So the narcissist has affected so many things in your life. You are finding it so difficult to get your life back together. And maybe you have taken some time off work for yourself to understand, to recalibrate, to get through this. A lot of you are still going through this, trying to understand. And now you have to go back to work. Put your life all back together again. How'd you do this? How'd you do this? Watch this video because I'm going to talk about exactly this. Hello everyone and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So today's video, I just wanted to make a helpful video for those of you who have basically been interrupted, narcissistic abuse has interrupted your life. And you've needed to take some time off work because actually, yeah, this is the thing, like this abuse really knocks you for six. And you're like, how do I put my life back together after such an ordeal? Because let's face it, going through narcissistic abuse, this person takes your time, your compassion, your energy, your understanding, and actually your life force energy, and also your identity of who you actually really are. And it causes you to question because of all the gaslighting, because of all the lies. You then start to doubt yourself, and it leaves you very confused and in actually a emotional and psychological mess. So of course you're going to need the time to take off from work to be able to sort your head out, to be able to sort yourself out. But now you are met with the decision of, do you actually go back to work, or do you still need time to kind of understand what is going on? And this is what I really wanted to talk about in the video. But my friends, before we get into the video, I just want to mention that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday. And if you have a question or there's something on your mind, I'd say come on over to the live. It's absolutely free. It is free for you to join. And I would love it for you to come because we've got a great community. We've got a live chat that's going on alongside the live stream. And they're really helpful. It's a vibe. And you know what? You don't have to go through this alone. So I really hope to see you on the live. Okay, so you got to go back to work. And it's like that you're not allowed, or you're not able to have any more time to be able to process what has happened after this abuse, after the narcissist has been in your life and has completely turned your whole life upside down. Like, you have no more time to process. Okay, so in this video I wanted to kind of look at what you can do and things that can help you, okay, to move forward from this quickly. Okay, there isn't like a quick way of doing it, but these are the tools that can help you if you use them repeatedly, and they can help you to move on. So what has happened is absolutely devastating. It's awful. And of course you've had to take time off to be able to process what has happened, to be able to understand what has happened in this situation, in this scenario. Okay, so even though you've had this little bit of time to help you to process, to help you to understand what's happened, now is the time for you to stop all of that and go back to work. But you feel like perhaps maybe you're not ready, or maybe you need a little bit of time, but you can't do that. But also added to that, you might feel guilty, or you might feel upset, or maybe even angry that the fact that you've had to stop your life, stop what you're doing, okay, to be able to get better, to process this, and and this is causing you stress and strain because maybe, this is affecting you not only emotionally, psychologically, but also financially. And if you don't go back to work, then are you actually going to still have a job if you take more time off? Now, I know a lot of my clients have been in these situations. And what I would say to you is this, okay? At the moment, what you are going through is particularly normal, I'm saying inverted commas, after such an ordeal, all right? So a lot of you are going to still be quite triggered by what has happened, and also your nervous system, and you might have adrenal fatigue as well. So this is where it is going to be up to you to take things slowly. You're not going to be functioning in the same way that you were before, all right? Meaning that you will but it's going to take time. And also, going back to work may even help to distract you a little bit, because spending a lot of time, you know, in one place, like maybe at home or whatever, trying to work through all of these things, you know, and thinking and thinking and overthinking, this also isn't very good. So maybe going back to work will help to distract you. But also what you have to remember is you're going to be around other people, and maybe your patience for things like it was before is not going to be the same. So it's going to be, you're going to have a little bit more of a short temper. Not all of you, not all of you. I'm just saying some of you. Okay. So I'm just talking about things that maybe you need to consider. All right, so, you know, you're not going to have the patience that you once had. So this is another thing that you have to be aware of. This is where your nervous system has been overstimulated. You've got adrenal fatigue as well. Maybe also your appetite and your sleep is affected. So these are the things that you need to kind of like consider, because you're not going to be functioning at your optimal level like you were before. All right, you might even feel drained and tired a lot quicker or a lot faster than you would before. So remember, take steps. Okay, you know your work better than me. So there's things that you can do, okay, that can help you. Maybe it might mean if you have to go back to work, maybe take regular breaks. All right, take your time out away from people. Okay, and just maybe go for a little walk or just change of scenery, so that your heart rate, your stress levels are not elevated. This is all about protecting yourself. This is all about self-protection. And these are the steps you need to put in place so that you are okay. And I don't want you to stay angry. Obviously, I know anger is a really an emotional response. And of course, you have every right to be. But I don't want you to be angry at yourself, or maybe take it out on yourself thinking like, oh, how much time am I going to need? Like, how much longer is this going to take? It's going to take as long as it takes. So be kind to yourself. This is what they talk about, you know, like self-love or self-care. Be kind. You know, you've been through so much. And now, all right, yes, you've jumped through a lot of hoops. You've gone through a lot of things. And now you've got to this point where, you know what? You have to now look after yourself. You have to now start thinking about yourself and what is good for you. What will help you? What will be good for you in this scenario, in this situation? Remember, you're not going to be functioning at your optimal level, and that's okay. That is totally okay. No one is rushing you. But okay, you need to come back into reality, like come back into, you know, doing what you've normally done before. And you know what, in your job, of course you've got to go back to work. Of course you do. And you can do that because it's all right. You're going to be okay. But you've got to be aware of things that, or triggers that are going to come up. And so maybe what might be really helpful is if you have someone that you trust, someone that you can talk to about what you're going through or what you're thinking or what you're feeling, maybe like a professional or friends and family, someone that you can kind of talk to on a regular basis to be able to explore things, explore ideas that are coming up for you. This is really good for like well-being. Also, I would say to you is journaling. Okay, maybe you might not be able to get hold of that person, or that person might not be free every time you want to talk. Journaling is a great alternative. Write it down, because what you're doing is you're having a conversation with yourself, but you're also processing what is going on in your mind. So this will be a really helpful way for you to be able to just kind of work through what is going on. Another thing that I would say is get active. Honestly, try and do some sort of exercise. It could be as like literally a 20-minute walk, whether that's in the morning or whether you're lunchtime or maybe after work. So don't stay stagnant, because what's happening is probably there's a lot of cortisol that is running through your body. This is the body's kind of stress hormone in response to something that has happened, that has been quite harrowing and traumatic for you. So the body produces something called cortisol alongside adrenaline. And this is something that is actually quite toxic to the body, but it's the rocket fuel that is needed for action, and that's why the body basically produces it. So in order for you to get rid of it, drink lots of water and action, activity, movement, okay? It's about raising your heart rate in order for it to kind of flush from your system. It won't go by itself. So this is what I would say would be really important for you to do. Also, I would say is try and find joy and happiness in every day. Maybe that might be watching quite funny content or something that can make you smile. Also, another thing that will really help, maybe on your drive to work or maybe when you're on the train going to work, I would say to you is listen to positive, uplifting podcasts. I know that there is a few on YouTube, and I know that there is people out there who do actually have these types of podcasts. But what I would say to you is this would be really helpful for you to keep your mind focused on positive, focused on something that is going to help elevate you. Okay, the more that you do it and the more repetitively that you do it can really help change the neuro structure of your brain. Neuroplasticity, you shape your brain, you shape your reality. It's what you call in, it's your energy levels are going to change. You're going to vibrate on a better energy level. Okay, so this is what is important for you to change this narrative. The thing is, I'm going to validate you that actually you will get through this, you will move through this, but this is something that you have to keep on, you have to keep doing repetitively. All right, I know that you don't want to go back to work. I know that you need a few more weeks of doing the same thing, but look at it this way, right? You've done it. You've done it for this period of time. Okay. But now it's time for you to move forward. You know that this person was toxic. You know that this person didn't have the best interests at heart. And all they wanted to do is destroy you. So the longer that you put your life on pause, the longer you are allowing this abuse to go round and round, okay? You will move through this, all right? And let's look at this in a positive way. Going back to work will help distract you from what you are thinking, what's going on. Because you know what? How much of that is going to keep going? It's not going to bring about any change. Change is when you're doing. So this will help you to move forward. Don't throw yourself in for work. Like, just do it in stages, all right? So it doesn't completely take you off track of your healing, and get to talk to someone who knows, who understands. If you are going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. So if you are interested in more information, please see the description box below. I've also got this video, which I thought was really helpful, and it goes more into helping you to understand why this happens. I've also got a mentorship and a journal club. If you're interested in joining, please see the description box below. And also, this is what I would say to you guys, the Discord server, absolutely free for you to join, community of like-minded individuals. And I would say join the Discord server because free, you can talk to people who have been through this, and it's a really encouraging, lovely community. Please see the description box for the link. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this video has helped you. Goodbye.